Marcus Garvey too. They did the same thing. A lot of people. A lot of.
MLK, bro. Honestly, this is my opinion, right? Study, but they assassinated Martin Luther King because he was aware. Now we can get to that.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
all.
what I mean?
It's all.
Because he wouldn't make the final deal. You feel what I'm saying? That's why when Martin Luther King's woman, and we back on air here, but with me and you gonna chop that back up. You know what I mean? But yeah, they assassinated Martin Luther King because he wasn't dealable. He was dealable for so long that it hit a point that he was like really hit his own spirit and was like, nah,
Eh,
I'm really in this until I die.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
spirit
mhm.
took over, so he had
Mhm.
no more control.
Oh
So at
man.
that point, he was in, and they couldn't manipulate him.
Yep.
You
Anymore.
know what I mean? So when they would, we talking about Martin Luther King, right?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
when they turned around and went to his wife and was sending the federal tapes, we know what it is. Let's not act like we don't know what it is. When all that was going on, nonetheless, they couldn't manipulate her, and he was all in. He understood that who she was, who he was, and they moved, and they were like, we got to get rid of that
Yep.
because he's gonna tell the truth now. He's not gonna. He's not gonna. Have you ever thought about this? All due respect, Lenny. I don't know if I'm
That's
too
crazy.
loud or
Nah,
echoing in
nah,
somebody's ear. I don't
Nah,
want
that's
to say
cool.
none of
Nah,
that,
do your
right?
thing.
But have you ever really sat back, man, and thought about like the position that we be in? Like different positions. I don't mean when I say the situations we be in. I mean the situations that we find ourselves in. Right? If you look at mankind, have you ever, man? I ain't never. I just started, man, going different places. You know, I was going places on plane, but I've been in some woods now, man, with some goats. Is at, man, mountain cat stuff. I don't even know it's there until I
Ooh.
get there. Like, this is a cool trip. I'm down this mountain. I knew something was wrong. Right? One of them joints. I've done all that, but have you really sat down, man, and looked at the position of us when we have to deal with each other?
Mm.
Like,
You could sell anything to anybody, right? Except us as one people. Meaning somebody trying to sell Boston forever. Don't think Boston hasn't been saying we here, man. Before Chicago got on, everybody got on. Boston is right next to New York. New York was here doing their shows. Things were coming out here. We were in the game from day one. You understand that? There wasn't no that Lee School and all that stuff you hear everybody talking about. Man, you better go do the history of how many artists are still living around you. Everything ages. You see what I'm saying? You change cars, man. Everything ages, right?
right, right.
But the principal point is if you just watch how we treat us, yo, you'll really catch on that the reason you don't have Boston on the map when Boston actually brought you other artists such as bringing through Biggie, making it so the first performances you really see, and it wasn't MIT in it. They was giving you the next level of it.
Yep.
They were bringing you. This is the street here now. You know what I mean?
Mm.
This is the street. This is what you want to see.
Mhm.
And these are young black men, man, you know, and white men as well, and Spanish men, Latino men, you know, women as well. You know, all due respect to the women, but they were having something in their life.
Yeah.
We was closer to slavery. Every year you put yourself back. So when you see your mom, somebody be like, "Oh man, mom's was like 59." Nah, what you need to be respecting is like, "Wow, mom had it way harder because she was closer to slavery than me, and her mother was closer and closer." And once you don't disconnect, you're gonna catch on that you ain't never been free.
Yeah, that's crazy. You
You
say
ain't
that
never
because
did the homework to be free.
I really
Yep.
I really think I really look at it like that. Like, you know, I have really good close connection with, you know, my elders and stuff and my family, and I always for whatever reason I never really bring it up in conversation with them, but I look at them and I think I look at it like that. Like, damn, like how was it when you was my age? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dodge.
imagine where we're still uncomfortable now. You know what I mean with the stuff now, but like imagine when it was like less of a care, less of a fuck was given about our uncomfortability.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And it was back in those days. I think about that sometimes, and it's crazy you brought that up. You know, and I never really talked to anybody about it or had anybody else say it, articulate it out loud. So I just appreciate you just saying that.
Bro, in prison, maybe the 32 years you thought there was a super brother in there. Since I brought up Superman, you must have thought there was a super brother in there. Like, hey, don't be bothering that brother, right?
Hmm.
Bro, our lives, my life, went from the father, the son, you know what I mean, the grandfather, the father, the son. I done seen the generation of the cop. You know, it's different when you there long enough that that particular cop's son is now taking over and he done retired and you still there,
Man.
right? I've been under their rule forever, man. You know what I mean? So you think they were sitting there going, you know what, man, Jones, how you feel about not moving that TV off that desk? How do you feel about not doing that? They're not gonna be negotiating how I feel.
Right, right, right.
The TV's gonna be removed. I'm gonna be removed, and everything else gonna be removed. They're not gonna. There's no feelings. You dig what I'm saying? So the people that you are fighting against, I'm identifying that, not saying that there's not feelings here. I'm saying that the people that you are fighting against, the spirit that you're fighting against, man, I've been with it for a long time, and it's the master. It teaches you things you don't want to learn. One day I'll go into that. One day, man, I'm really telling myself like, this is simple part really for me, man. I'm hitting the circuit. You're getting Lenni what I am not even giving, man, because I'm just comfortable, and other people just don't want to open the door to let me be comfortable.
Right.
Don't make me suit up, man. Don't make me have to be anything that I can't be, because it won't happen because I don't know how to do it.
I'm not gonna.
I only know how to communicate what I'm gonna say. You feel what I'm saying?
I only know how to be me, so
no. There's not even being me. I'm always discovering that. I'm saying that I only know how to maintain my space. That's what that place teaches you, and that's what they were teaching. Hey, yo, stay in your place. It was designed to be able, like, dinner's gonna be this time, lunch. That was in your place. That was everything that you wouldn't even listen to your parents saying. Just, you go to bed at 9 with them. These people here just like, listen, you're not what TV. I mean, I having nothing. Just get in. My sink don't work, man. We're to work next Friday. You know what I mean? The cats is giving out 1 bar of soap, bro. Just think about it. For brothers that don't get no kind of income, sisters that don't have nobody that look out. And we got to be 100, man, because I've been with all kind of dudes. There's some good dudes in every cruise, but there's some crews not in every good dude, because a lot of dudes that are good dudes is not living it up, not eating every day from the canteen. They giving out, 1 roll toilet paper, man, and 1 soap a week. That was their thing. So even before Corona, we probably already had crazy, man, because listen, you couldn't even listen. How would you wash your hands? I was fortunate, man, to have people that gave a damn and being able to do what I wanted to do the best way I could do it, right, to get through. But the point is, that brother, man, he got a choice between, like, am I gonna shower with this on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday? Because if he's in box, he definitely ain't getting no more showers anyway. Or am I gonna wash my hands after every meal, or just run some water on them? This is, and then people don't want to even hear that because they're not even digging, like, in prison, this is realer. I don't come out here and whine for nothing out here, man. I could sit back on TV. I went to Colorado, all these different marches. I could sit out here literally and just be like, all right, this ain't the hot pot. I already see what's really coming to hot pot now. I don't know what they're going to be doing in the hot pot. I don't got time to practice it, but this the hot pot coming. They don't see it. I see it. I don't know no other part of life but the hot pot. You dig? When you come from a life that you don't know nothing but the hot pot, don't start telling me about hot pots. You can imagine me to be any character you want me to be. You know what I mean? You can take what you think is intellect or dialect and assess me however you want it to be. But the reality is, man, yo, I've been here before. I never got out of it. I know this master plot. From the Willie Lynch letter on down, I had time. You think anybody in this land had time to sit back and just, other than those that have done it like myself and still doing it, to just unplug their life and be like, you know what, I don't feel like working or paying mortgage or car note. I'm going to unplug and chill back for 32 years. No taxes, no nothing, but I've got to stay in this little area. Nah, it's called homeless. And not only in respect to the homeless, right? No, that's called homeless. And homeless understand that that's what that is. You don't have to see it, right? This is what I'm saying. It is, right? And that's what we do. That's how we create in them. Giving them the myth of, like, nah, lay back. Somebody done laid back. All due respect, man. Any kind of way a brother could really help in that situation. I ain't talking about even financial. I'm talking about direction. I try to get to the places that have the avenues, right? But here's the point. All of these people, man, that's out here lost and going through what they're going through, they're not going through it, man, psychologically themselves. They're going through it with you as well. That's the real math. They're going through it with you as well, because you're still the neighbor. You're still the person they got to interact with. There's so much conflict as why you ain't wearing your mask. I know that some people probably just didn't even pass out from corona or anything else. They just passed out because they wanted to cough, or like you're around 500 brothers that ball court or anything, just don't cough, just don't breathe, don't do nothing. The one cough from you in the wrong area is like, he's got it. We're so suspect, man. They got us on so many levels, bro. I have to lighten it. I'm delivering it, but I know myself for myself when to lighten that, right? But the reality doesn't change. You dig what I'm saying? The reality for Splish, for WBZ, for WBUR, shout out to them, man, the WGBH, those that roll, you know what I mean? Those that really come and push it on my behalf, right? And, this platform we got right here, though, all other subjects aside. I'll come back to whatever one you want, right?
Right.
But the platform, it is the voice now. See, this is what I'm saying. When I was saying it was the whole thing about the love thing and it's not about the black and white, it has to be about something. And what I'm saying is it's about the voice. No group, the Temptations and so on, they could rock together, right? Maybe three might have one long mic hanging out, but you ain't gonna see Jimi Hendrix and me, you rocking on his mic. The Dells of stylistic, so whatever group, Bell Div DeVoe. You know, it's Bell Biv, hey Mike, yeah, you cool, Ronnie, but you hear the song when they sing, he's not on his mic, like, yo, let's just all do it on one mic. That's not gonna, we're not those kind of people. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But the loudest voice, so what is our actual chant? That's what I'm saying, right? So when we thought the Indians is, ooh, they're not, ooh, man, when they was fighting them cowboys getting shot at, man, they hadn't get hit yet. They was fighting.
Right.
They was saying, they knew what they was saying. We watched it differently, man. This ain't gun smoke. This ain't none of that, bro. Them days is done, man. This ain't about the block.
Right.
The block ain't pushing enough paper for them. They pushing that paper.
Mm-hmm.
They made millions off crack, bro. Dynasties off crack. And now they turn around years later, brothers been in there before I even thought about going in, and and then come in after, and then turn around, create another law, and then tell them, yeah, you know what? Now watch this game. This is a great game. Just imagine, I'm gonna give you something you're not gonna want to see, but I'm gonna show you them, right? Now I'm going to give you. He was talking about the characteristics of it. I'm gonna give you the characteristic of it by telling you exactly how they're thinking. I lived with them.
Mm-hmm.
You understand it on all levels, man. They're sitting back going out. Now watch how we're gonna play this one. This is a great one. We're gonna really work Lenni with this one right here. We're gonna disassociate Lenni from himself. Nothing else has worked, right? So Lenni is a rebellion, great cause. He got a lot of Malcolm in him. He's got a lot of it, right? He's got a lot of it in him. Look at his sister right there. That Camilla Harris, man. There's a lot of them sisters like her. Yeah, that Michelle Obama. Their sisters are worse than them. Their sisters don't take no shorts. We get better off messing with the black men. Now that's sad. All due respect, because his brother's banging hard. But it's like your moms, man. Everybody has that little thing like, yeah, pops, whether pops or not. We be on the street, man. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. But and many black men don't have that. You know what I mean? Because their families are separated. We know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the black woman, she's staying where she's staying. That's just the point. We better acknowledge that. That's what that whole little saying we hear. There's one behind every strong man and all that. That's 100%, bro. 100%. And every time we leave from them, right? And when you really see a lot of those Black Lives Matter signs, you really should pay attention to the fact of the march that was promoted where the moms decided to be the body. Did you see that? Where all the mothers lined up?
Yeah.
All the mothers. They were like, we're going to be the bodies. We're going to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, bro, when I left the world, no man is accepted. I don't care what my girl's saying. Like, I'll take a bullet for you. I'm going to show you the skills of running. You better get to running. Only one life can be sold. I'm trying to die as a man. I'm not trying to be here like, yeah, she said she would take it. I can say that. Think about it. Really, you can say, she said she'd take the bullet. I never committed to that. But you're a man. You're not going to do that. So when I see them doing that, I'm going, there's a lot of groups out here that talked it. Like, let's really talk about it. Right? Now, I'm going to see if you talk a lot now. I'm going to see if you talk a lot now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
I
I'm
got
going to flip the
it.
table. Now, I'm going to flip the table.
Here it
I'm going
is.
to flip the table. This is late night. It's late night. Let me see. Yeah, it's late night, man.
it's-
People still working them all
it's a
Friday.
dose wish.
So even though it's a long weekend, they'll get out of Friday. This is the late nighters that'll probably just chill. Respect to my dad, love to my sister. They rested. You know what I'm saying? Now listen. Here's the actual question, bro. Right? Here's the actual question. When somebody turn around to you and say where you stand, right? Are you standing on something when they say that? Or are you waiting to think and express to them where you stand?
I'm already standing where I want to stand because I'm myself. I don't live my life waiting for that question to be asked. I'm already standing on where I want to do. You know what I mean? I live by my convictions. That's how I was raised, and that's how I go. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I can't alter my perspectives. You know, I'm always open to learn and stuff. But if I was to be asked that question, I would be able to give them the answer about where I stand. And
No, that's the reason I even said that is because the average person, right, looks at that when you be like, yo, where you stand? it turns into that whole thing where you stand. What you worry about what I'm standing? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm doing
Why
what
you
I'm
worry
doing.
about? Why you worry
Nah,
about?
I ask that right there with all due respect because as soon as you know, man, and you just perceive the honesty of it, it is better to know where the brother with you stands because you know where you stand. You know how much space he's taking up and how much you promise to hold down. If that line start failing, you can be like, damn, man, I slept on this brother. But are you that? That's the question. You know what I mean? We can't imitate it at this point. You can't rush down to the I don't know the name of all the stores, man, but you know, one of the stores that just look like they got on army gear and then try to throw on a vest that's army colored and a hat that matches with the B. And I don't know, I can say that you can't just throw that on and really believe you're in the military. Like,
Right.
yo, I'm rolling with a bunch of brothers. You may actually call Lenni at the wrong time, be like, it's dinner time. They doing what?
Yeah, I can sign that.
Somebody said they what? They shooting where? like really? Is it on the news? No, there is no news. The news people are getting hit. The cameras are shut off. It's handle it where you are. See, that's what we look at. We so waiting for everybody to tell us everything in the world.
Yeah.
See, I didn't have that, bro. There was no, bro. These words, internet. Who got that? Where's that? It can't be in the sky. We ain't there, bro. We ain't got no internet, man. Until phones started getting sneaky, let's keep it 100. But my time, I'm hitting wall prison. Internet who?
Yeah.
I left when the phone was big as this, bro. The phone was still the same thing.
The
All of that
wire,
was
all
fly.
the-
You
all
know what I
the-
mean? So when I left the street, so there in the joint, none of that exists. You
Right.
sitting there hearing somebody, man, and you what? Internet and
Yeah.
twistering. You know what I mean?
Damn, I
Snapchatting, whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
I want to do all that. I need to be doing all that because they turning me out of touch with the world. Now they play. See, it doesn't matter to you all. You all had formed a new world to communicate. But y'all had really took us out even further, not even knowing it. Like, oh, shit, right in the backyard. We're not in places, man, in South Africa where you could be like, damn, man, that was my man from my block. That was my dog, man. They put him away, man, forever. Holmes, you pass the jail he's at on your way to Krispy Kremes.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, you pass them. Don't listen, bro. I saw you in Maine, New Hampshire, New York. You know you do have to go somewhere through that Walpole, Norfolk,
Yeah.
Shirley Max,
Yeah.
some kind of way, bro. You dealing with that. The jails are all in the backyard of those community, and you talking about defund and do all this stuff here, and we're the ones. Sisters all over this country, Latino sisters, black, white, that's with us because they consider them trash. So you're with us no matter what you want to be. You understand? Listen, you as my great-granddaughter, yeah, you started getting high. You see Trump's niece with his beef. This is real over there, too. You keep acting like they came from another planet. Like, you know, you really believe that Leave It to Beaver S, man, that we used to watch? That's not real. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the Brady Bunch, all that never was real, man. Even the characters wasn't living the life they were saying they was living. None of that's real, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to really lock into that and just start realizing, like, yo, there is no other option with real. Playing with the clock now, you still counting, right, bro? Because I'm thinking since the moment I said the first time about counting down that clock, I'm trying to get it to milliseconds. Like, really, I don't know if you've been working on it at all. Just because I said do 12 to 12. If you smart, you see how you say that news bombards you with something new every now. If we were to cut in that, if somebody in here, Google CNN right now, there is a breaking news banner up there. Something just broke. Something right now. We have been nowhere near TV, and neither have you if you've been watching us, and you probably have been watching that long. You're not coming out. I'll look if they're still on. I'll watch it tomorrow. Whenever you watch it, enjoy it. But the point is, something done broke somewhere.
Yeah.
The word breaking news, I never seen nothing break that many times. The banner never comes down. It's breaking news the whole second. Breaking news used to mean you're breaking the news that I'm used
That's
to,
just- yeah.
and you're hipping me to something.
Something new. Yeah.
You know, and, oh, damn, what happened down the block? Or somebody, okay, McConnell and them doing the same thing they've been doing, right? No, something done broke in between that time, right? You understand that, man? Camilla Harris, monster. You know, it's not even taken aside because in reality, it is our fault we didn't listen to both sides. When we didn't listen, see, that's what you were saying when you were saying it. That's why I said we don't have to say no damn national anthem. Nobody to really say it. If you really feel it, we feel it. We know it. I feel it. I comprehend that. I commend it because I'm saying I lived it. If somebody break down to me and question that and see a certain way, listen, I look at it this way right here, man. Real talk, honest talk. I'm not trying to offend nobody. I don't want nobody else's. Man, I'm giving respect. I'm using myself as a tool I can to open the door for whoever I can. I don't even care. I don't got a side. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I was separated from you so long, man. When they say love thy enemy, man, I don't have to be hugging you and holding you, but believe me, I'm aware of you. Like, yo, we got to survive collectively. Just stay over there. I'll stay over here, but do what you do. I'm doing what I'm doing. But right now, we got no choice but to get to that in the afterlife, bro. Because right now, it could be afterlife.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, right.
It could be afterlife. What is life? What is life? I mean, let's comprehend these facts, man. And don't think, bro, that I let you off the spot, and don't let the audience think. Because I said I'm in a chill spot, right? I still haven't. Just so you all know. Listen, man. Splish. I don't know why the show hasn't gone where it needs to go. And if you didn't catch a clip before, you need to be catching this one. Like, real talk, because you can't be looking at other things and be like, that's hood, and put money behind hood. This is hood. This studio is hood. This is hood. Listen, it's hood. It's real. It's dirt talk, man. Listen, I'm going to even hit a break, man. They can do the song. I could do the next one, but I haven't even had water yet. And this is what I love about it. My people, I'm home. I didn't come home on this fancy mess, man. I lived the life that I live, man. We've been in here. Listen, bro. All of that stuff's a rarity. All this right here, it's a love foundation. But I wanted to get back to that, right? Got to take a moment.
Okay.
But don't think I left you off the hook when I asked that question. You dig what I'm saying?
I wanted to see where I was going for. I did.
Yeah. Definitely. We still do, right? All right, so we should give them a joint and let them think about it, because I already know what everybody here. This is what I learned coming home too, and I know it's probably all over the place, man. But I learned this as well coming home, bro. You could be really, really talking to our people. It could be my own people, and you could be really, really, really like, you know what, man? Let me let this loose, man. Let me really, really talk to my people. And when you really, really put yourself up, it's supposed to be your profile. You're on my site. When you really, really put yourself up, man, they flick by, you hit you with like 2 likes, 3 likes. right? Look, you be like, hold on, I just really put in work, man. Lenni said the equipment took 9 hours, man. You know how hot it is in here, right? Trying. At least give a thumb for trying. You ain't gonna touch the heart.
You can share it.
No, you ain't gotta touch the heart enough. But damn, at least just get it. Don't flip by, man. We say 9 million views and you ain't even like, no. Listen,
man.
share that, right?
Yes.
You know why?
Yes.
Because someone else may enjoy it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's the whole important. The whole important factor rather is that we got to get to an enjoyment point, man. While we at war, and there's never been a military man that didn't carry a canteen home. You understand that? They carried those canteens full of water. They carried their food. They were on the move. The food was on the move. Everything you own was on the move with you. You didn't get all the way down to concrete land and then turn around and be like, "Oh, boss, I left." Look, I left my Beat headphones. They fell out my pocket. Where was that? In South Carolina. We was coming through. Listen. If it's not there, I don't prefer to be on here with the laughter, right? But nonetheless, I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Right.
But it is like that, bro. It's almost like saying, and if it ain't there, look on cotton field number 22, right? Like nobody's doing that. Nobody's going back to get that, bro. This is real times as well. You feel me? This is real time as well. We're gonna come back. Damn, I'm almost like hosting, man, with you, man. But that's how far I'm in, man. Welcome.
We're back.
This
we're live.
This is what we want. Like,
Don't
we
forget.
love it when I guess.
Man.
Get
like
in that.
this,
Get
man. We want you
involved.
to get into it.
You can't do that
Real.
on anyone's show, and you can't be you with a group at all unless you feel really comfortable in the environment you're in from the beginning, bro. You're not gonna go on here and look on a Thursday night, and you can look the night before that, because before they see them a pain when they try to retrial me and do all kind of dirt. So you better not scroll too far down there. On an evening like this, man, when you already know what your day was ahead of time. No one knows what my day was earlier. I think I had a very productive day. An enjoyable day. One of those champagne glass, one of those days.
One of those achievements.
And that's one of them days, man, where there's no amount of money, there's nothing, man. You know when you really banking? You know when you really banking, man? When you can hit that love lottery, yo. when you can hit that love lottery, because that game's it's out there. That wheel it's bigger than the wheel of fortune, bro. It got all kinds of shit can happen to you with that spinning right. but when you can hit that love lottery, man, and I'm talking about that female and love and male and women, whatever it is. I'm talking about when you can hit it and just somebody genuinely give a fuck about you. Excuse the language. When somebody genuinely care about you, man. There's no feeling like that, bro. Listen. It's worth more than the money, because even when I'm in prison, you realize with all the brothers, no matter how tough you are, I don't care how good your hands is, bro, they hit the heart. They don't worry about none of that, right? In there, like out here, man, when you can genuinely get a little bit of love, when you ain't been around it, and you could actually gain that, somebody really give a damn, you could be like, yo, I'm in here, I'm at my worst, but that person, man, will come through. You know, that person call me, check. Even if I know I'm trying to pull too much or get too much, that person provides me, you know what I mean, this feeling of like, yo, I'm trying to hold you down. I got you. I do give a fuck about you. It is you. It is really you. When you can't even confess to yourself that it's you, and you don't want to wake up that it's you, and they still loving you, and when you know, when they say you lie loudest when you lie to yourself, that's self-evidence, because the lie has to be in your head for you to put it out. Who doesn't lie? I don't think really there is no success in any of this that goes on in this country that somebody didn't lie about something to keep from being oppressed, to oppress, to get more, to build something, to get that fancy house you got, that business you got, that clout card, that one call you knew when you got your degree through somebody to pay that money through school with a phone call because you got a connection through your family. It always go down. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we were talking about throwing a joint. We should look up that. I'd like to look at that, man. I know. We talked about having you, right? Having you, man, talk to us about what we got to talk about.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? I feel like that should be one of those aspects of the night. But I had a joint for us, right? And I like that joint. Where'd the phone go, Lenny? Told y'all we were at the studio, man, in the spot. In the spot.
You just your phone over there?
Oh, actually, one's here. Yeah, that's one too, but not that
There's
one.
like 8 phones in here.
Yeah, I know, right.
But yeah, tell me what you. I mean,
I'm gonna look because now we still on here. While I'm doing this right here, man,
Yeah.
you definitely should be rapping to them because there's some good people out there. I'm sure.
Man,
Somebody understands. Somebody cares.
yeah,
it's crazy.
this dude, like that last part about the love part and like having somebody really care about your stuff. That would be, I would say that would be another key component in like transcending this level of fart wearing. You know, what I'm saying, this straight up just caca that we are in. You know, a lot of people, again, with the overwhelming sensation of negativity 24/7. I'm gonna use social media for this example.
Yes, I was gonna do that.
Yeah,
I was gonna.
because every time you click on it, it's always telling you, oh, if this person do this to you, that means this.
Yep.
Or if this,
Yep.
or if you see this, that means that. You know what I mean? So now
Yep.
a lot of people, it's like subconsciously setting up distrust
All the
in
time.
people. You know what I'm saying? So now when a person who really does care and love you says that to you, you're like,
I heard this.
well,
already.
you know, because you didn't do that. Well, this status that has 5,000 likes on it says that if you really meant that, you would have done A, B, C, D. And it's like, no.
like,
First of all,
I'm
this
not
is real
that
life.
thing.
You know, I didn't make that status, and neither did you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That person, whoever made that status, that post, that meme, whatever, they're relating that to their own life. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. Social media is people talking about their lives and trying to, relate to other people. None of this shit is standard.
None of it.
This shit is all subjective, 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's rare to find objectivity on social media. All right.
That's what I was saying.
And it's like, I don't care how much paragraph you want to type to me, how many likes you got following behind your shit. It ain't better than my shit because it's internet. It's shit.
Everybody puts stuff on the internet all the time. I feel like that goes with everybody. What everybody's been saying, but I feel like the big thing is that disconnect to reconnect. So unplug. Like I mean, maybe not go to prison and I'm not saying, like, you don't have to go that extreme, but like unplug from social media or unplug from, all the stuff that makes you feel certain ways or puts you in a certain mood or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then reconnect with the people around you to get the genuine feeling, to get the, oh, I know when you say this, I know you, so I know what you're saying, and this is how you mean it. So you're not on social media 24/7 or on the news 24/7, being fed, being shown, being, oh, this person got shot over here, this person got into a car accident, oh, this person's got this person's got that. But if you disconnect and you reconnect with people around you, you get that sense of, wow, these people give a fuck about me. They care about me. I care about them. And I know that they're good. And I know that the people that they're, you know what I mean? It just keeps growing,
Mm-hmm.
And then you get that feeling of, that's what I was talking about before. Remember when Yvette was here? I was like, oh, what's that feeling? That genuine feeling? All this stuff is coming back. Everything's coming back that we've been talking about. And it's all great. So that, like I said, there are more people that are on our same wave splish as what we've been talking about. So we're growing as we're growing. We're going and we're growing as we're growing right now. So our numbers are getting bigger as always, every time, continuously. It's great.
Hey, yo, we was talking about the break thing. They ain't seen us, man. Let them see us and then get back to that, Lenni, because they don't know you on here. No one is sitting there, right? Chaptering, man. Bro, I be on my phone too, but somebody else is hitting that phone. Somebody else is on them shows. Somebody else is doing something too, right? So before we get to that, we were just gonna let them know about, that third eye, man. We talk about that window of my eyes, right? Lil Boozy had us a joint, man, and we have to look at Lil Boozy's joint, and we have to look at Lil Boozy and be able to look at that and go, now this brother's in Louisiana, but he's in a jail. That's a real jail. It's a real jail now. You dig what I'm saying? And he's in there, man. He's on that death. You know what I mean? He's on that life bed, right? But these times wake you up. Now you see him today, but this expression of this song is what he felt in that prison. This is what the prison did to him, and this is why this is one of them joints we're talking about, him being in the spirit in there. Not the Boozy you getting on today. Boozy's Boozy. But also Boozy knows when they put him down, man, he had to open up the window of them eyes because that was real. Like, you wasn't coming back home, Boozy, and you're dying. Your kidneys are going, all kinds of shit. Right, it don't matter what your goal is. They got your goal. You ever think about prison, man, right before we get to this joint? Our minds are so important, right? If you ever really think about prison, if what you had was so important, if you could come to the door with Louis, right, V, the gold joint, man, the iced out bracelet and all that, you could have all that, right? You could have all that, bro. None of that don't mean nothing. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. When you come to the joint and the police arrest you and you go to the station, they trying to bag that and put that in a little yellow bag. They'll let your people pick that up. You'll be like, yo, this chain right here, man, this is almost 50 G's. You might have one or two that want to steal that, but more or less they be like, that ain't even worth that. We got you, Negro. We get 45,000 and 55 now, 57,000 a year for you, just having you sitting in here, and we're gonna practice on you and do what we want to do, and we get to actually re-enslave you. Welcome. Yeah, your Louis Vuitton that did go home to your mother. We did send that home. It's the same one.
Don't worry about
right? Don't worry about it. They don't want that. Out here, we kill you over that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, but Boozy, no matter what I'm rocking, I also had to rock that ice you didn't see, that cold heart, that pain. All right, well, listen to this window of my eyes, man. Listen to Boozy badass, man. Come on, I'm talking to you, man. I'm trying to get into your mind, man.
Wow, that was crazy what you just said. All right.
Yo. Hold on, man. He got up the lyrics, right? This is the funny thing. They don't even know the lyrics, but here's the point. I don't know if Lawrence Welk came through the spirit that we talked about spirits too much, man. You know what I mean? But Lenni, literally, who was that you were playing? I mean, I appreciate all types of music, man, but Yo Mama at this time, man, this hour on a Thursday night before the holiday weekend ain't gonna fly. We said Little Boozy badass, man, window of my eyes.
That's what it is. That's
no, that's not what that is, brother. Listen. Listen. Right. No, that's what that said. That's what that said, man. You know the commercial. I know we're not playing no commercial, right?
No,
we don't. Yeah, but we don't do. We don't do other people's commercials. You know. Yo, let's get to it. Here's Boozy.
Last night I heard the rain on my window pane. All I can think about is all the time my mama kinda begged me to change. But I ain't listen, and no, this ain't living. Trying to kiss your kids through a fucking glass window, non-contact. Feed me through the tray hatch. Even took the telephone, trying to holler at my kids, baby mama never home. Sarge and his boys got a problem, cause I'm boozy. Surround me round rats so they can tell on me cool shit. Same with the new shit. Paint a bad picture of me. With that picture in my head was scared I was gonna never touch. Living like the rest of us. Angola life us. Working in the field, man, over your with a rifle. Let us get shorter. Face get grayer. People ain't got no paper. We might die in this bitch. This ain't living. I wouldn't wish this shit on my worst enemy. Feel like the whole world envy me. Know I'm talking about codependent flipped on me. Glad he didn't flip back. Nigga was like my real son. Killed me when he did that. Look in his eyes and look in mine. I be like, God damn, they trying to stop a nigga shine. I think it's time I open up the window of my eye. I think it's time I open up the window of my eye. I think it's time I open up the window of my eye. I think it's time I open up the window of my eye. I sit in the dark, it's so quiet, I hear my heart beating 2 times faster than it did before I was captured. I'm dreaming that I was free. I wake up like goddamn. Sometimes I stare in the mirror and don't know who I am. I feel like Job in the Bible. Why? It's what I scream. My eyes don't even clear with drops of Visine. I'm mad for being boosted, so sad my eyes hurt. Only way the sun shine, I get out the rain first. On the phone, son crying, and I wanna wipe his tears, change his diapers, clean his ears. Now you deep off in my eyes. I try to let it go, but I got hatred up inside. Shit moving in slow mo, like the Matrix in my eyes. No sleep, no rest, so I'm feeling like I ain't blessed. It's true I got more than most, but I'm caged up like the rest. The devils try to defeat me, my closest friends deceive me. Question marks behind my freedom, it got me badly eaten. I wake up feeling delusional, thoughts surface my brain. Visualizing my kids, them thoughts turn into pain. My passion ain't what it was, my faith medium rare. People I thought loved me, it seems like they don't care. I'm stressing, biting my nails in my cell in pain. Hearing the thunderstorm from my eyes, can't see the rain. I'm calling out to the main, impatient, I gotta wait. I know he come when he won't, but I need him to come today. No one to kiss me and hug me and tell me gon' be okay. Plus a sickness that's attacking my kidneys like every day. I think it's time. Open up the window of my eye. I think it's time I open up the window of my eye. I think it's time I open up the window of my eye. I think it's time I open up the window of my eye.
Oh no, they definitely could see us. Yeah, they can see us right now. Yeah, they know.
Don't say we ain't never not there, bro. If I understand that we live, but don't give me the perception that we not live. You know, respect the parents, grandparents, and the people that, I also have to be with, man.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
So we just gonna do these scars, right? We said, and then come back, man. And really, for me, I had to get close to concluding. You know what I mean? But I definitely want to come and talk to you about the window of our eyes and these scars of ours. You know what I mean? Bringing up slavery without really finding someone's version of that, right? So get into these scars, and let's just come back and build on that.
Okay.
There we go.
Right, there it is.
Sounds good.
When I was on the gram entertaining all the rap beefs, we was in the hood going to war. When I was on the gram entertaining all the rap beefs, we was in the hood going to war on the back streets. Bulletproof caddy like who said they gon' get at me? Pull up in your hood, niggas running like a track meet. No more rollies, I'm just buying more properties. Young niggas watching me, give them that game properly. Pass go twice, skip jail, build a monopoly. Don't let them trick you out of your spot, nigga, you got to be retardo if you can trip me out this new Gallardo. Since I've been getting it, ain't missing season from Ricardo. T-She, when they see me, know me in Wells Fargo. Still rapping like it's no tomorrow. So I don't understand, let me borrow. And let you in my circle, but that's coming with a cost though. You don't work, you gon' starve, yo. Dime in the crib, tiptoeing on the marble. Rocking all this ice, I'm just trying to hide my scars though. Something about that race and them lights, how them stars go. Give me motivation out Miami, know the Haitians, all the hitters got the bitches in them MMG. A legend on college, how they gon' remember me? Y'all niggas. The land they gave us was always ours. Don't close the door, you owe us more. Know that it's hard to face reality. And when they changed, they were all surprised with me. And we by race to hide behind these stars. Yeah. And we rock on the sides just to hide these scars. You never see your dream fade away behind all these walls. And only God can touch your soul behind all these bars. Paddock on ice on, yeah. 100 round, spin lava. Drinking purple lean for my Scarda. Ran in the race like a shot top. Skipped out of school, whipped the goose to a four. Chanel on my horse, I got marble on my floor. 10 mil deal just to wear the adore. I secured the bag first round, that's a course. Cocaine away inside, that's a push. Came from the gunner, nigga trapping is a sport. Young nigga down, straight a drum in the court. Pass the activist, pop the seal like a cork. They running out of info, making rumors, what's the source? Friends turning foes, niggas leaving me no choice. Hoes get exposed, make a nigga cut them short. Hit a few, lick, I made it on the choice. The land they gave us was always ours. Don't close the door, you owe us more. Know that it's hard to face reality. And when they changed, they were all surprised with me. And we by race to hide behind these stars. Yeah. And we rock all the sides just to hide these scars. You never see your dream fade away behind all these walls. And only God can touch your soul behind all these bars.
resonates to episodes that we had in the past. Sorry. Um, yeah. So yeah. That song that we were just playing, that these scars, right? That's what it's called. That's the name of it, by Meek Mill. Just in case, because they're saying that it's, they might block out the song, so people might not know what I'm talking about. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm naming the song right now.
Yep, yep.
That song definitely resonates with what we were talking about a few episodes in terms of mental health and the state of mental health and hip hop, and how they intertwine with each other, and these artists, they're telling not only just their stories. They may be telling their stories, but those stories resonate throughout the community, throughout the listeners.
Yep, it relates.
So why don't we get down and give them the meme? Where's my other phone? Let me see that piece, God. Hold on. Give me half a minute, man. I'm gonna get my reel out of it. I don't know what we're gonna dance about, right? None of that, but I'm gonna get my reel out of it, because the summary is gonna be just as important, right?
Mhm.
And so hold tight, y'all rap.
Okay. Yeah, like I really when I was hearing that, I was really feeling um, like I was really feeling. Let me think. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes when I think about this stuff, I'm not gonna do it right now, but sometimes when I think about this stuff, it makes me want to cry. Like, it makes me want to cry, because it's like all these people, they're supplementing like genuine healing with material stuff
Yeah.
or status, clout. You know what I mean? Like, things that could easily be erased. That can't. Something. Like the band-aids. These are all band-aids type, basically, for freaking a slash from a freaking line or something. You know what I mean?
Like it's
this,
too
this is,
deep.
This is just really a temporary thing. Like, or you put the little, you're in the field and something happens to you, so you take your shirt off, you tie your leg, so it's not, what I mean, to keep it in place, or whatever.
Right.
It's like one of those type of situations, And when I think about this, and hearing that song, it just shows me how many. It's like the story of how many of us do that shit.
It's an addiction.
It's an addiction. It's a protection.
Crazy, yeah.
It's all of it.
It's everything
For
that
real.
we literally do every day, instead of just being,
Mhm.
instead of just reconnecting with people. Just coming together and finding that I don't know, that genuine whatever. I don't know what I don't know what to call it, but
Mhm.
like that's what's missing, or whatever's missing.
Mhm.
They're trying to fill it, like you said. Well, so it could be a drug, it could be chains, it could be cars, it could be this, it could be that. But
Mhm.
the real problem is deeper than that. It's more like psychological, mental, maybe.
All
But
of it, emotional too.
all of it.
For real,
It's
the whole.
not a materialistic.
Some of it's even physical. Like, some of it is like literally, like, the pain is so like traumatic that these people resort to doing things like drinking until they freaking pass out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Overdosing,
doing the drugs.
all
The
that.
needle. All
Going
of
to
it, all of
CVS on
it.
every corner.
People, like, even me, like, sometimes I'll even catch myself, like, when I'm in the mood, like, in a certain mode, and I'm driving, and I'll be like speeding, and there'll be times thoughts come to my head, like, I don't even care. I wouldn't even care if I crashed. I wouldn't. You know what I mean? And that it's real like that. It's like the pain is so deep. It's so unaddressed. It's so
Every day.
suppressed.
Every
It's
day.
you know what I mean. It's so ignored. It's so like procrastinated on. You know. And that song, these scars, like, it's really, these scars are come in many forms.
That's said we rock all this ice to hide these scars.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
No matter how we pretty up, but I'm gonna ask my man to cause I want to get it on mine and I want to put it up, but
This?
cause this is the part, no, to him,
Oh,
but this is the part that I wanted to really get down to it with, right? And I don't want to lose that moment,
Right.
because it ain't often my moment that I actually get into that moment. You know what I mean? So I wanna, when my man's ready, I want to be able to come to the real part of what we're doing here, the real part of why I came. You know what I mean? Association, freedom association,
yes.
right? So my brother Lenni here. I don't know Lenni. We didn't know each other. You see what I'm saying? Camaraderie of being able to say, I like what you're doing.
Mhm.
You understand? I'd have to like your music. Lenny's not mastered on my playlist. You know what I mean? But Lenni, the person, man, is right there in my Rolodex. I know it when it come across my phone.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Many calls I don't answer, man, because they got all kind of wireless this calling and a non-caller, and I got all day to be blocking them up. But I know who I want to talk to. You feel me? That's all the names I'm looking for. I don't even, you know what I mean? Anything else I can help, leave a message or whatever you do. But
Right.
that being able to be together, man. So this is part one of the whole. The reason I played the Boozy Window of My Eyes, the reason why, if we go back and I say we can't get right, that Scarface, because they're probably gonna take all of that off. You know, the Facebook anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I wanted this moment.
That's probably,
They're probably gonna
yeah.
take that off, but I want this moment exact. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And this is shot by. For me, what I'm gonna post, this is being shot by the same brother that is bringing you the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? Not the little baby, but today, the Boston version of this, where it's at. I'm in the studio with it, man. I'm getting mine shot by. Man does more than that now.
Mm.
Be mindful. I'm just introducing what the night was about. So there's just a few of us here, man. We're not coronaed up. I actually started the show with my mask. Let's be clear. But at some point,
Check the
mask on, whatever it was, we had windows open, but it's no one's going in and out. And there's nowhere in the world I can go. I done been, in that prison so long. In reality, there's nowhere to go. God's the chooser in that.
Mm.
Of course, we're all safe. Now, nonetheless, the reason that I went to Black Republican with Jay-Z and Nas, which is a song about them coming together after a great beef. All of those themes were about coming together. Little babies, the bigger pictures, bigger than black and white. The problem with the whole way of life. I'm not reciting what they're saying as though this is some song anthem. I am reciting what they're saying because they are aware of what they're saying. You see what I'm saying? And there are some things to address we don't want to address. So I'm going to put them in a nutshell for you. Our idea of defund the police cool. I know exactly what we're talking about. Who wants to defund them more than me? Took 32 years of my life, dirty cops, right? And then I got to deal with the ones where I was. Who wants to defund? I don't just want to defund. I don't know if you got that sound to go by, but I'll just mimic my lips to what I would. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, this is just real. I don't think that was probably the best move because we never defunded them, yo. You never defund somebody that you actually employing. Defund and employ are two opposite worlds. Go ask somebody that's really been defunded. Go down Mass Ave somewhere, get away from our dreams, and go somewhere where somebody actually is defunded. Unfunded, won't be funded, couldn't be funded, hadn't been funded. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Really, really pay attention to that. All right? Really, really pay attention to that. All of those songs, I was requesting those songs and wanted the audience to hear those songs only because I was hoping out one of those songs you find our truth. You find that we do hurt like Boozy did.
Yeah.
You find that when you be like, it's a cold killer. Don't mess with booze. Yeah, booze is booze. But booze also aware that, yo, man, there's some stuff that can happen in this world, man, that you just a man. You can throw on every cape you want. Leap the building in how many bounds, whatever the hell you do, right? Fastest man on earth. Go tell Hussein Bolt to run against one of your nephews today. And see if he's the fastest man alive. Go get him somebody that the police is looking for right now. And tell him the police is coming on the same starting line without him knowing. And find out how fast. With Timberlands on.
Oh, God.
Hussein with the same outfit.
Put the hurdles, too. We might as well just put the hurdles.
Age and time, man. And we need a comedic moment, right? But more than that, we're going to need each other. We wasn't defunding the police. When the police were out at all the marches, and we were doing them after hour and before hour in every city, the same cop was getting overtime to watch you. So now he gets to sit in the car and watch you and then maybe bust some rubber bullets on you, knock off some spray. I'm sure that's not too much work for him. I'm sure he could handle that, right?
Yeah.
So we wasn't defunding them. But then once we draw a line against our own family member too, because people can say what they want to say, and black families, Latino family, white families. Listen, families are interconnected with those police departments. They don't just come out of space and they be like, this is the new guardians of the earth.
Yeah, that's true.
They're somebody's brother, sister, mother, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody was there for that. We know this, right? And some of them really had heroism in them, meaning that they were at the point of their life where they believed, I'm going to be a cop because I'm going to be the good guy versus that bad guy. He picked his character and he's going to play that out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Why is Elliot Ness and all that big? You know what I mean? Or, you know, the people that Scarface, and there's a side you choose, and you just manage that, right? Okay, our people are at a point, man, where we choose a side, right? Those songs for me were about choosing a side, one way or the other. We choose a side, but not a side that has to do with us. There is no black side, white side, no unintegrated side for us. We're integrated whether we want to be or not. We're destined for it, not by choice. We could think we are. We could think that, you know, you could get a little profit on this. You know what I mean? You could say, hey, this person is saying that. But the reality is, if you've ever been to the dungeon, man, and not just because I was in prison, but the dungeon of yourself where you were like, oh, shit, somebody's doing something to me and I'm doing something to myself. That somebody's beating me so bad that they are actually internally having me do something to myself. Peep this real quick. Make sure you get this. When the Romans would catch a man that had stole something and killed something, right? So I heard, right? And they would have them as prisoners, right? And you killed somebody. You know what their punishment was? Their punishment was having them outside. So they already had to break rocks and all that crazy stuff in the heat, you know, and smelting the heat, right?
Yeah.
They already had to do that. But if you killed somebody, you know how Jesus is laid out with your arms open both ways? They would tie your body naked to that body and put it on your back. So you would have another naked body on your body while you're breaking rocks. Waist to waist, legs to legs, and all that. Okay, why do you think they're doing that?
You gotta carry that weight.
I like that answer. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay,
gotta
cool,
live with
cool.
What you did. Like,
You know, they could
that's-
care less about you
it's
carrying.
always on.
They could care less about you carrying weight, bro. Always know that. And this ain't no Olympics. They could care less about that.
I mean,
This is the murder
but like-
game. This is the murder game.
But like weight on your mind, my bad.
Right. Pacific.
Mm.
They are in that position with us, right? To do those type of things with us for our own carelessness. Do you understand that? For our own carelessness, not for our own abuses. No one can take that away from us. Not for being enslaved, and not for not knowing some of the things we should know, and probably knowing more than they know, but not how to apply it.
Mhm.
There's a difference. Nothing's wrong with none of that. We're the first one to tell our people who could be short on something. I'm in this nature of mankind to tell somebody else, perhaps without me knowing I'm doing it, that nah, your way ain't the way. Only because of my hardship, I'm trying to share that. Only because of how I really feel that I'm trying to express it that way. Don't think that, you know, he's grinning, he's laughing, and he's always nice. And no, there's a lot that went on. There's a lot that's going on right now. So nothing unique about me. What's unique is that we end up in the same situation. It's supposed to be the free world, yo. That's what's not unique. How could your world look like mine? And I'm thinking I'm escaping. Are you really? That's how I look at this world, man. Somewhere I'd be like, yo, are you really the hell? Like, was I on pause and came to hell? Think about that. See, because you don't see me as alien. You just see me like, yeah, brother was gone for this many years and somebody else was gone this many years. Bro, where does anybody out here in the world ever unplug from anything, the world? Where do you just take vacations and be like, I'm going to be off the planet for 35 years? Don't exist.
Right.
You know the world, you know you always in it. Yeah, some people are out here, bro, and a lot of people do time what I call a life installment plan. I keep seeing the same cat coming back. How you doing? Bro, to be honest with you, I'm probably doing better. I'm here. I ain't supposed to be a life bid, but I couldn't keep giving up my family back and forth. I couldn't keep giving up what I got back and forth. Hey, one time with me. I don't care how hard I gotta be. Maybe, you know, you be hard on them, but they winning. Once you can receive the fact that your enemy is winning, then you just tell yourself, okay, fight or flight, it's always that. But if you're thinking the fight is physical, it is. But if you're thinking the fight is marching orders to go forward first, then you're wrong. You see what I'm saying? You learn martial arts. You learn combat, bro. You don't just come out as a baby and you kung fu grip. None of that happens. You really learn that. So we've had our learning process. We can keep fooling ourselves and say we're trying to learn something, but we've had our learning process. Yo, you're not in the learning curve no more. Right. Don't listen to your school. You're in the reality, and you're in my reality now, Holmes. I done crossed the line into your world, and I'm telling you, your world is my world. I lived my world for 32 years. I know all about my world. You haven't been to my planet. Just put it like that. My planet, I know that planet. Sadly, that's all I know. And anything that looks like it, I can identify. Behaviors, nature, everything that's going on. And I'm trying to tell you, man, they are boxing you, man. They don't care less about, you think, oh, we do that for years. Brothers been there way longer than me. Sisters been there. We do that, man. Everybody gets by doing it. We have a riot at the drop of a dime. What? No tops on two bases. Riot. Whatever's necessary, man, to get it out once every 4 or 5 years, bro. But out here, to see that going on out here, like, yeah, we just gonna keep forming up and make some bigger sign. Who got the biggest sign? That's a bad sign, right? Okay, cool. And then people naturally coming out to really do that better than any of us that mean it and sincere about it, right? We acknowledge that, but are we making proper use of them? They're not made for marching. You made for marching. Those people, man, that are really sincerely trying to bring you out here and really trying to do this and ain't on, trying to manipulate it, but they literally got their heart out, at least fall back for them. Because they're risking their lives on something, man, that some of us might be taking as a game. Some of us might be taking that like, this is my way in. This is the way I'm going to get mine. This is the way, let it go down. Everybody's mad. Everybody's anger. But at least separate them. At least have the heart, man, to remember our history. To remember what I was telling you about the Harriet Tubman. You understand that? What I was telling you about the John Browns. What I was telling you about these situations, man. We were united so strong that we came out of something. Yo. We came out of something. We can't say this is not we shall overcome time. We already overcame. We gave back. And that's why I started with the Black Republican. We were the Republican Party. Get your party back. That's the game. When you got that brother running against McConnell and all, listen, man, get your ass in there. Yo, that's your black people. Get in there, man. You saying, now you ain't going to do it in 20 days. I'm just going to hit you, tell you. You're not going to do it 20 days. 20 days is a whole different plan. If you want to talk to that plan, hit me up, Lenni, man, and I'll come back on here and literally give you the plan. Now, you only got days, but shit, we've been planning this all my life. This is the plan. But it don't have nothing to do with breaking nothing, stealing nothing. That may happen. That may happen under attack. We've always moved under attack, but we had our best under attack. We would be something you wouldn't want to attack. It's like just running into a bunch of thorn bushes. Yeah, they're plants, but like, okay, that's cool. That's why you're the kid coming home with them little spud balls on you. That's why you're him. Because you just don't get it, right? All right, listen, man. It's been a wonderful, great night, but the reality for me, summing up, getting up off of here, besides shout-outs, man, if I could do that, Lenni, right?
No, for sure, split shouts.
That's big shout to Splish, because this is coming through Splish, and this is why I'm doing this one exclusive. You won't even see this on your Facebook. You might see it, you might hear it, but you probably heard so much through the night that you just didn't listen to all this, so you're missing this part. That's why I filmed this part particularly. I had a night, man. See, that was a night to myself on a weekend, and I'm not celebrating Columbus. Columbus is sailing and doing whatever y'all writing about. I'm coming into me. I'm coming into this age we coming into, and I came home to come into it, and a whole bunch of you are coming into it, whether you want to or not, and you're built for it. That's the point I'm trying to tell you. If they can hold me in there like that, and I can still be moving, you all are really built for it. You all, these are your seeds coming. These are your brothers that's in the prison with me coming in. I'm watching generation of them come in. The group I leave, they were real potential soldiers, man. Some misled, some did not know, some just didn't give a damn. So they hit those points before we even knew what they was. Maybe in their home, things we don't even know about. That's the real talk we don't talk about. You know why? We hate us because we dishonest with us and don't even know it. We always talk about why we hate on each other, blah, blah, blah. You know why we hate on each other? Because 90% of us together, I meant to say 99, probably it's 99.90 fucking with us. But the bottom line is, yo, we don't even got that with us. We don't trust us. Yeah, he cool, but but is in every vocabulary of kicking it with one of us.
Mm.
We build a brotherhood, and even when the brotherhood is built, it's still like, yeah, man, they down there with the 10,000 strong. I ain't doing all that, right? You dig what I'm saying? I'm down here, man. I'm with the fellas. I'm OGs over here. We the street over there. We lost that shit. When we lost that, now I guarantee you, nobody crossing that Atlantic that was slaves. And I'm gonna end and make sure you understand this, because we traveled like this before. And we free-handed. We traveled like this before in our spirit, man. And we were chained on floors, man, from feet to hand. We were chained, vomiting on each other, losing babies, pregnant women, butt naked, stacked up, man, like we were lamb. You understand that? For the slaughter to travel the Atlantic, we lost hundreds of thousands in that ocean, bro. That shit is real.
Mm-hmm.
And still they survived that. We ain't changed, man. Nothing wrong with us. You understand that? We clone ourselves, man, away from what we really are. So we don't like each other because of that, because one of us is looking at the other one and saying, somebody could looking right now and go, F what he's saying, he lying, man, I'm hard, I'm realer. And that is the perception, and that's cool. But the point is, we always hit that. You know why we hit that shit? Because the other dude is saying, yo, you chump. And you might literally know I'm a smart ass chump then, fuck it. Because I know I can't whoop you and I can't whoop nobody else in the crew, but I'm the motherfucker that's inventing this shit, so I'm about to go for this. I'll stay in my lane. Let's make a deal, nigga. Whatever it is. Everybody can have what they want to have, but we gotta reach some point where somebody, I'm looking for the hardest cat. I'm looking for it, man. I'm looking for him. It ain't me. So I'm going, whoever this is, whatever is risen, that hardest cat, go ahead and make that announcement, bro. The stage is yours, man. The clock is ticking. I told you it's 20-something. By the time the show in and you really peep this, it really laid down. Yo, right to now, Lenni, we need a cat, man, to stand up. I'm looking for a rap star, the cousin of a rap star. You know, whatever it is, I'm telling you to your face, you rockin' Ice to Hide, Scars home if you ain't saying nothing about this. If you put out anything that didn't give us any real instructions and you got the mic, you must have not heard the right joints in your life, because it was about rocking the mic. It wasn't about performing on the mic. Real cats got on the mic to tear it down. Gil Scott Heron, verbally, they tore it down. You understand it? You got to understand the history of cats that rapped it to you. How many times somebody got to tell you? How many times somebody got to tell you the truth, man? So all we got to do is just tell each other the truth, right? Yo, we got to play lanes now. I do not like you at all. Nothing about you. And I think you're this, and you might be moving that way. Okay, cool. But you know, I guess you got your own talent because working over there. So we're going to lane this shit right now. All cats like this cat over here. All cats like me over here. And that's how we got to work it until further notice. We're going to create our own stand by. We can't say stand by. We were the first ones should have took like the slogan, yo. We were the first. Black Lives Matter. I'm looking at it like, oh, man, how you work this computer thing, because I'd have bought all the names before they even thought about it. As soon as I heard it, bro, I heard this all my life. This is the first time I heard I'm in prison. Bro, prison, 32 years. You think I haven't heard stand back, stand by. Are you going to comply, Mr. Jones? Yes or no? Move on him. That language ain't unfamiliar to me, bro. That language took half a second. Yo, listen, I get that. But I'm going to tell you clearly one time. The dude's not like y'all. Yo, I know dudes like him. Yo, I know spirits like him, bro. I lived with him. The things you think you threw away, I lived in that junkyard of what you think life was, man. I lived in the tombstone, that alley, man. I was underground. I understand all that. The life after death, the Biggie thing, man. I was in their natural life. That's death, bro. That was the outcome. There was no thinking like next Thursday and 10 years from now I might bounce. I watched 10 years pass by, and then 15 and then another 5, and I watched it. So I understand that, and I'm trying to tell you, this dude is so good, yo. Check this as a personal message. Somebody better clip this and do this one time. One time, because I really believe that this was the one that God, you got it. That's what's crazy. I have to be in my own zone with him. Yo, this dude is so good. I know this dude. He's so good that it's common sense that he manipulates his own and all that. We got all that. but you don't understand his way of working it. His way of working it. His way of working it has nothing to do with playing you really a race against race and class against class. Those examples are there. When you see him saying they're coming to the suburbs, then that's a play on class. But who's coming? The British is coming. He didn't put no flag behind it. He said who was coming.
Right.
You know, you Paul Revere, and I need to know who coming.
Right.
Yeah,
It's you coming. When you don't announce no name, it's you. You understand that? You don't walk out my crib. We homies. We for real homies. But you don't walk out my crib and yell up the stairs like, yeah, I'm just leaving the door open while I go get something. Yeah, then you don't get back in because my door locks, bro, because this is the real world.
Right.
Locked in prison's going to lock out here. Ain't affecting nobody, but I understand what this man is doing. That man, yo, he's not playing for none of that. That's us feeding that information to ourselves like, yo, he's playing the black and white thing, and the blue is believing it, and everybody else in the police, he's not mastering that. He's saying, yo, when you've done everything that he's done, the way that he's done it, and all you got is skeletons, no, literally, your financial world, and that's what you built, that's your Play-Doh. Your name stamped in something is your Play-Doh, and you grown man playing with Play-Doh with your name stamped around. That name meant something to you, man. That name meant something to Donald J. Trump. Y'all not understanding that. It's like the joint, man. Cat that got a name. Then another cat come in another 10 years later, and he got a name. They gonna meet. This cat right here is playing a different game. He will surrender a Republican, a blue cop, a good cop, a bad cop, everybody. His thing right now is like, yo, the only way to end the story of the Donald Trump story is to have no damn body here to tell that story. That's it. And the only people I want left, man, it's like the North and the South when they were fighting. The South would have won. You'd have heard a different story.
Yeah.
In fact, you wouldn't be saying nothing about Splish. He'd have been on them boats still traveling them seas like Splash. None of that right there. That's not what it is, man. I'm going to say goodnight to my homies, but I want y'all to understand something. Rewind, turn it around, and then you might say, well, I caught him in a moment of joke. If you laughing, if you really slow that tape down, listen to what I'm saying. Ding. Window of your eyes is closed. Turn the light on, yo. Holla at you. Peace, love, man.
Yeah.
Splish, Lenni, take us out, man. Let me get a little bit of that.
Yes,
And listen.
okay.
No. Reminder. The bigger picture.
That's how we started.
The bigger picture, man. Let me see that camera too, bro. Hold on. Let me see that camera. We live on my joint. You see me getting the camera. I'm getting close, man. It's late too. Probably got like mad bags. See the brother right there? That's what I'm talking about. The bigger picture. Something behind that. I didn't just say the little thing that I said with little baby. Something behind that. The bigger picture. See that face. Look at that face. And then come back on to the same thing. Look at it and tell yourself like, yo, I saw that face. And then to ask yourself, yo, they played music that night, everything they did. Now they showing me the face of the song of a cat to listen to too, and saying he got a chip in that. It's not an album. He got a chip in that. You play that too, right? And you listen to it, and then you get to the bigger picture. That's what we talking about, fam. You heard? The bigger picture, man. It was all about the bigger picture, but it wasn't just about the Mona Lisa, bro. We're not. Let it run, God. Let it run. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Either way, this right here don't even have to be that. I have enough to enjoy that, right? What I'm saying is, man, like this right here, this freedom, this was freedom, yo. People think they're giving me freedom. Where your Facebook friends at? Can they see us?
Yeah.
Since you've been watching the whole time, you saw things you're not supposed to see, man. I don't know what he got going here, where the camera was pointing and what we were doing. I don't know what was exchanged, what anybody was doing. I claim the right to my night. But nonetheless, really, when I said earlier that it was celebratory, you really don't get it, man. You know what I mean? In that term of freedom, man, you'd have to be enslaved to understand what it means when somebody's saying they was enslaved. We hear that term slave like, yo, wish they would. All of that, man, go back to that old joke when the cat was like, yo, I'm not picking no cotton, man. I was back then, man, you know, and it's Jerry Roughheart. It's always the cat, man. It's super flyed up and, you know, super strong, man. Work out every day in the hood, and he got the crazy name. He been like that since he was 5. Like, you're not supposed to be lifting cars, bam, bam. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with this dude, right? Well, that same character, right? that same character, man, unbeknownst to us, is a super value. It's something that I do in comedy, and I was going to do in routine, and then I recalled, and I said, hey, wait a minute, I know that character. Yo. And then I sit down with that character, and I go, whoa, these scars. This cat right here rock all those Timbs just to hide them scars. Yo, this cat lift all that weight to hide them scars. But when we kicked it, man, it's men, and I just be me no matter what it was. And that's all I got is me in there. You know what I mean? Like it or love it, that's all I got, man. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them things of like, yo, I'm gonna rap with you. And we rap, man. I rap with some real good brothers, man. Never would I display what we rap about, but you'll know enough to know I understood them. You know what I mean? Like, yo, yeah, that's exactly right. Now I'm gonna sit back. I was doing Corona separation way before that in prison. You talk about separation, all this stuff right here, standing back 6 feet. Man, we in the prison line. You better be standing back 6 feet, bro. People get stabbed in the back. We in the line. We getting that grub. We know space. We respect space. We're not just in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get in the line out here, bro, and somebody's in front, somebody's behind. I didn't understand, like, they don't know the space rule. Like, there's a space rule. Damn. Until I realized, like, oh, I actually learned the craziest accountability that is actually applicable to this time.
Yeah,
like,
I was just,
oh, that's nothing to me. I already do that. She said 6 feet. Yeah. Thanks a lot for this, because
right here.
I hate to say it, but good looking out, because I've been trying to get them to do 6 feet since I've been out here, and I couldn't get them to do it. You know what I mean? And I definitely think it's too many people in this club right now. I definitely think there's too many people in here, because it's definitely too many guys outnumbering the women. That's how I was looking at it. You're really coming out having fun. Like, no. Clear it down. Cut the numbers down, right? And this thing ain't got more men contagious. Let's get that out there, too. Whatever we got to do, right? Because I'm looking at it like, yo, every bit of this is like prison. Bro, a code in there, right? The wrong code. I don't know what they talking about, all these other, the flu virus and all. The wrong code in there. The wrong cat get the coffin the wrong way. And you in segregation, and there's nowhere else to put him, bro. Dude is gone. Did somebody when the truck came and got him out, y'all ain't checking the reports. You know what happened to the dude that was his celly? The same shit that's been happening to him. He just started hanging in there. He been living with it, but he took him out. We already know all this, bro. They got scabies, everything you could think of, bro. It's the trash can of life. That's what they consider it. Nobody's in there like hand sanitizer.
Right. Squirt that over there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Nobody's in there like, you need an extra towel? Yeah. We gave you a towel for the month.
Right.
Like the same towel? Yeah. Otherwise, buy that. And our towel is the face cloth. Let me check the price. $53.95 basically. Oh, don't forget you got to call your parents. We're trying to get that up. Damn. Nobody's really seeing it, bro. You know, so when I'm coming out here, I'm going, man, I know. I hate to say this one, bro, but I said I was going. I know I said I was going. I was actually shooting a video with my fellas, man. If you hear, you hear. If you're not, you're not. You know what I'm saying? If you catch it, that's good. If you didn't, it's even more fun to me, because I'm like, you're actually missing me being me too. Right. But I'm sitting there, man, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, like, man, these cats, I came out here, man, and it's not only look like prison, smell like prison, sound of prison, feeling of prison. That definitely looks like C.O. James Street on that on that line right there. That's what I'm doing. I'm going, that definitely looks like Lieutenant Brian on that line when I watch that news. Like, oh, I know. Now, if they was not calling the National Guard and correction officers get off 7-3, that cop usually takes on another security job, because now he has the power to do that. He would definitely go and join the line of that, because regular cops are not trying to stay out there all day, so they throw a little uniform on him, and he gets a little extra job, and he does his corrections on the street. And I'm like, oh, ish, they out here correcting them. I know these people. These are the corrections. Oh, they correctioning them. The people they paying to correct so-called us is out here. When I get off, I'm gonna take some time and correction them. A couple of them is flying they Blue Lives Matter. I agree. Why wouldn't it matter? I guarantee you, if you saw our hell at times, you would say, bro, if somebody could say that, I'll accept it, man. I accept everybody else's right to say that. But me, it's not all good. You dig what I'm saying? It's not all good. I literally feel that we in a bad place, bro. And only thing we got going for us is the spirit of surviving it, yo. The spirit of, I'm a living example, and brothers that did it longer than me and that's coming after me are living examples to you, whether you want to believe it or not. And whether you want to accept it or not, and hate it or not. And I'm sure an honest pastor would tell you, they actually came back before Jesus. He sent them before them. We are your warnings, like believe it or not, we warn so much. We out here like literally trying to tell you, like, even when the cat's not trying to tell you be like, yeah, they go OG, he was gone at 27, that's my dog. He might be doing all that with you, dapping and clapping in the whole nine, but if he did that 27 straight, soon as he hit that corner you were near, he still was like, either, man, knock this dude's head off, or man, I just gotta get out of here, yo. I need that moment of peace, man, that clarity. I need to get away. I know all this already. I know who's hard, who's not hard. You done solved all that.
Right.
I know what's real, what's not real. I know who's loyal, what's not loyal. Homie, I ran the gang. Do you understand? I'm in there with some of the dudes that built that.
Right.
You can hate it or love it or not. Some of the dudes that built those names that you out here talking about, this is what it is. Those were geniuses, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in the prison with them. Yeah, okay, they got bodies, but they organized the group no different than the terrorists are doing today, no different than this whole movement we saw today trying to take a judge down. Someone organized it, and they organized it wrong. And that's why I said good people can do good wrong. They're good people. They just was doing what they thought was good for them wrong. It wasn't good for them, yo. I didn't play one song on it. If you missed the track, then you missed the music, you missed the sound. I said, listen, everything I said, connect. You play this whole tape back, you'll be there for days. You find a hole, let me know. I won't walk through it. I've been looking for it. I don't leave no hole because they put it too deep. I'm telling you, wake up. Believe it's happening. Have a plan. What's the plan? You want to know my plan? I individualize it. I'm going to tell you that now. We splishing and splashing out of here. Don't you hear the splish? I don't know if Lenni got a sound or something. Splishing out of here. Pretty Poison. I'm just doing my shout-outs right now, right? Anytime, man, Lenni can contact. He can find me, man. He don't have his name pop up on the phone. Lenni. Somebody else's name might pop up phone. Unknown. I'd be click. I don't know. I don't know. But nonetheless, this is a night off for me. I really needed it, man. I'm going back to work, going back to banging back to me, and I'm still bringing this me with me because it's just one unit here. I'm just identifying it to you that there is some suffrage you don't know about. There is some things that I open that door, and I'm doing that work because legitimately I feel that all day. And then even in my break like now, it can be laughter to me. How you think I got through? Do you think I done laugh to myself? You think I didn't have my own comic routine to get myself through? Every dude, if dudes were honest, I said it, we talked honest, man, you'd find comics out here, brothers, man, we get through, we got different ways, we got different vibes, we're not in there like wild animals all day just growling, man, something dripping off your teeth, like, nobody's doing that, man, everybody's trying to find a better way to live. We come together and realize at certain points, until somebody messes it up, yo, we kind of need each other, man.
Yep.
You know, let's have a quiet day, quiet the block down. You know, we ain't doing nothing. We ain't getting locked down. And it's the same thing out here. They got the same power. Let them be a part of it. Find a little brother that you calling a gang member, right, and that you looking at like, yo, they're out of control. When you see these people coming to get them, they may actually do something that might be detrimental to all of us unknowingly, right? And there is no clear road of escape. You know what I mean? From what they might do to us, man. So shout out Lenni. You know, he's gonna talk about what he's talking about, but shout out to Poison. You know what I mean?
My name's Alphie, by the way.
Alphie.
I feel like
Alphie.
I feel like I'm just not like guy or whatever. You know, I just want people to know. But
you
know,
got a name.
we this is about the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we
This
got
is
3 hours
extreme
in, huh?
It was good though.
Yeah,
it was all good.
One
It
of my
was
favorite
all
shows.
great content. All
This is one of my
content
favorite
matters.
episodes we've done so far, for real.
Bigger picture, man. The bigger picture, man. Put a 3 on that.
For real.
Put 3 on that. That's the mark. Make it the bigger picture.
That's
This is a lot for everybody to digest. I know for me it is. And you guys, everybody who's tuned in, definitely appreciate you guys. Everybody who's gonna tune in, definitely appreciate you too.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna watch this again.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
What?
Like there's
Hell
some
yeah.
things like there were moments and key parts that we were talking about that just I need to hear it again.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I need that. You know.
There's also a lot of parts that we were talking about that like I didn't know how to explain or like what I was going through or what was happening. But now there's like, oh, that's what that is. Oh, okay, that makes so now I have more of a grasp on how to like work with it or how to mold or whatever. And just get survive through life or get through life. So like I said, there's a whole bunch of splish that we gotta dissect that we're gonna go through. What you're gonna keep hearing the same kind of I don't want to say motifs, but the same kind of relevances or however you say.
You gonna see the same flag. Your banner gonna fly. It's up
Boom.
now, man. Splish. You got
There
the
it is.
banner. The bigger picture. We've told them this all the time. You can watch those dumb old Kool-Aid commercials and all that other stuff that come on. You could definitely take a moment, man, to splish to the bigger picture.
Exactly.
It is.
And it shouldn't be
Make
hard.
it plain.
It should be simple.
Malcolm
simple
on 'em.
splish. Simple symbols. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
But yeah. We got any last minute splish out shout outs? Anything else you want to say?
No,
No?
I'm good. I mean, we've said a lot today. We
Yeah.
said we all said a
Spoke for
lot.
3
We all
hours.
really thought like just all I would say, and you probably want to say this, but I'm gonna say it right now.
Go for it.
Tune in next week for the next episode of All Content Matters.
Damn it, he beat me to it. But yes, please,
Yeah, sure,
definitely, and pay attention. And we're
Mhm.
gonna leave y'all with this last song. It's an Alphie Meior classic. It's Systematical Operations. So it's a great way to close out the show. And like he said, I'm gonna say it anyways. Tune in next week. All Content Matters live every Thursday. That's just how it's gonna be. Check out, catch the splish. Remember, splish in to splish out. Deuces.
Alphie Meior. Have you ever faced your assumptions of a person you never met prior and found out that you were wrong and that your judgment lacks substance? Hypercritical manifestations are the product of well-conditioned victims within the frames of mind of their psychological design. Eyes visibly manipulated by the frequencies that are projected onto unsuspecting hosts, those who deny this irony the most. Systematically they've been drilling us, systematically they've been killing us, making us believe that we're not enough, forcing us to blame everyone but us. Systematically they've been drilling us, systematically they've been killing us, making us believe that we're not enough, forcing us to blame everyone but us. Don't wanna be a hypocrite, the system got me too, I'm admitting it. Chasing after fame and riches, yeah. What ain't making dollars ain't making sense. I monetize my values in life. I'm vanity and greed combined. These facts I've been taught to take pride. I've been sinning and keep sinning on time. I'm just telling you that I ain't perfect. Like the switch in my cadence, I'm unearthly. My hubris knows few bounds. That's just the way that they make us now. On the social lobbies pushing for likes, but I feel like I ain't liked in real life. Right, well turn off your phone and give it a try. That was my most underwhelming advice. Systematically they've been drilling us, systematically they've been killing us, making us believe that we're not enough, forcing us to blame everyone